going on, guys? I think the last video was a little too serious. I'm gonna try to lighten things up today. I mean, we can't even get a sunny day here, even though it's like 65 degrees. It's still cloudy. I don't know what's going on, so I'm gonna try to brighten things up a little bit here. Hold on. What is going on with people's haircuts these days? Like, I know every era has their kind of trends or styles for hair, but it's getting ridiculous today, guys. I was at the mall yesterday. Which I will say I am very proud of kids going to the mall. I did not expect that. I thought that was something that would go away. But apparently teenagers are still going to the mall instead of fucking staying at home all day, so that's good. But good Lord, do they all look copy-paste? What did they do? Did they go to their barber, pull up the first TikTok on their For You page and say, this is the one? Barber's like, say less. Like, we get 30 of you goofballs in here every day. They've probably perfected this certain haircut. What's it called? The wolf cut or something? It's where they fade your hair. It's like a tapered fade, but it kind of like, it looks like a mushroom on your head, kind of. I don't know why that's the style right now. I don't know, maybe I'm just hating because I can't pull it off. I doubt I could pull it off. But it's goofy. Again, like, going back to that last video, why would you want to copy someone else's style? You know, I guess they are just kids though, so whatever. I'm thinking about it too much. But one thing that was also kind of funny about those kids at the mall is half of them had one AirPod in. Just walking around like their TikTok haircut, their one AirPod. It's ridiculous. I think that's like that was like having one strap backpack, like just having one strap of a backpack over your shoulder in the early 2000s. That's basically the same thing, and just now it's one AirPod for some reason. It's weird, these trends. I don't get it. Oh man. I'm not gonna lie, guys, I don't have any thoughts going through my head right now. I'm just out here enjoying this decent day. It's not bad. It's much warmer. Still no sun though. Let's see. I guess while I was at the mall, I'll just keep rambling about the mall for a little bit. So I worked there, and when I was working, I asked a gentleman who came into my store, "Hey man, how's it going?" Loud and clear. Didn't even look at me. Dude, I'm not a droid. I'm not like someone begging you to buy something at a flea market. I'm at the mall. I'm working at my store. You walk into my store, I greet you kindly, and you don't even look at me. What is that? Dude, come on. I'm not gonna lie, I let that get to me. That whole day yesterday, I was pissed. Just because of that one interaction. I mean, there was plenty of other interactions that were kind of tilting me, but that was ridiculous, man. I just never felt so invisible in my life until that moment. But it's okay. You know, I'm laughing about it now. And it's still living rent-free in my mind, unfortunately, because I'm talking about it right now. But that's a big issue. When you're working at places where you serve people, a lot of people just don't give you any respect. They don't see you as another human being. How does that happen? Like, I was working at Kava at my last job, serving food to people. It's like you're not talking to a screen, bro. I'm a human being. I'm the same age as you. You know, you get a frat guy that comes in just demanding, not saying please, not saying thank you, not even looking at me. At least look at me, man. At least look at me, please. I think that's a big issue, though. A lot of these people have just never had jobs, I think. I think they just don't know what it's like. Maybe they had everything given to them. I don't know. I don't really know what causes it. It's really frustrating. And guess what? I will tell you something. Not everybody did this when I worked there, but I know me and a couple others would give extra portions for people that were nice, that tried to start a conversation, because that kind of breaks us out of that cycle of being treated like a bot, dude, like an NPC. I'd be like making someone's bowl, and they'd look directly into my eyes and be like, "Hey man, how's it going?" And I was like, "Dude, it's going good. I'm glad you asked, thank you." And we just start shooting the shit. I felt like that dude from that movie Soul, where he just throws all this shit off his desk, and he's like, "I'm alive." Yeah, that snaps me out of it, and I give people extra portions for being nice. What's wrong with that? My boss would always get mad at me about the portions. She's like, you gotta be tighter on those portions. See that little piece of chicken's hanging out of the scoop? Put it back. Can't go over the line. And look, I get it when you are serving, like, so the regular portion there at Kava is 2 scoops of chicken. So that's 1 serving. I'd get an extra, like, half of a third scoop in there, you know, or I'd just pack the spoons until they would pile over the top and do it that way. And I get it, you can't give someone 4 scoops of chicken and do that all the time. The company's gonna lose money, you're gonna lose your job. I get it. But if you're, and I would always do this from the kindness of my heart, by the way, but there is a business aspect to that. If you are constantly greeting customers, being nice with them, giving them more portions than they expect, they're gonna come back. They're gonna enjoy their experience. They're gonna tell people that they got blessed. They got their bowl blessed at Kava. And then their friends are gonna go. Like, everybody knows that you get scammed when you go to Chipotle. So I was doing the company a blessing by giving out more chicken. People are like, whoa, this is way better than Chipotle. I'm definitely coming back here. I literally had people say that. And my manager would still be on my ass. It's like, yeah, I get it. Again, Can't be giving out too much. We have certain portions and certain prices for a reason. But dude, people are coming back. They're coming back for more. And then everyone's happy. I'm happy because I'm talking to someone who's happy. They're happy because they got food. It just keeps building. You want more people coming into your store. I think that was a good lesson to me on how important numbers are. Like in terms of repetition, applying to jobs, just whatever it is. You need a lot of data points for something to happen. Data is important. You want to get a girlfriend? Don't talk to 10 girls and give up. Go talk to 100. Go talk to 150. Eventually, you'll get a girlfriend. You want a job? I actually hate talking about applying to jobs, but do you want a job? This might not even be true right now. 300 applications. Personally, that hasn't worked for me yet. But data is everything. That's why I majored in it. Data science. But yeah, man, I can't go back to food service. It's horrible. It's really horrible. I will say, food service jobs tend to pay more. You'd probably get tips. Half the jobs you'd get tips. You get a free meal. That's nice. It's nice not having to worry about cooking or paying to buy some food. But my goodness, it is horrible. If you're working a food service job right now, the grass is greener. Trust me. Get out of there. Unless you really enjoy it. Like maybe you're in a mom and pop shop. Run your own business. Passionate about the food you make and sell. Sure. But if you're just the average Joe like myself, don't do it, man. Don't do it. You're going to stay in that job longer than you want because you will think about how nice that free food is. That's the price. There's a price to that food. Even though you're not paying for it with money, there's a price. You're going to deal with schmucks all day long. It's so horrible because any job you get bad customers. That's just how it goes. People are going to be rude. They're going to be angry, whatever. But it's especially bad in food service because they're hangry. They're impatient. They got to go somewhere. They need to get a quick bite. And they take it out on you. Steer clear from that. One thing I hate about dude, tipping is, does that piss anyone else off? I think that you should tip when you go to a sit-down restaurant or whatever. But when I'm buying pepperoni pretzel bites at the mall that have been just sitting there under a light for 5 hours, and all you have to do is grab the pretzel cup and give it to me, There's no reason to be tipping there. Why is there even an option to tip? I just feel bad every time. Like I feel obligated. I feel like I have to. And I'd love to, if somebody gave me good service, I'd love to give them a tip. But why are we tipping for everything, man? It's ridiculous. Like I was literally at a CU football game a couple years ago, and I didn't realize that there was an option to tip when getting a beer. Like, you literally have a lady grab a beer from the fridge that was 1 foot behind her. And she's like, it's just gonna ask you a quick little question down there. And they like, you look in their eyes, and you're like, oh, fuck. I'm not gonna lie, I tip too much. Like, I probably pressed like 20%, which is ridiculous. Probably brought my, added a few extra bucks onto my $15 beer. Just pissed me off. I just don't have the heart, man. When someone does that, they turn that screen around and they're just looking in your eyes. Why do some people do that? That's evil. Like, I had the lady when I bought the beer a different time. She got like upset. Like, you could see her visibly get upset that I didn't tip her. It's like, you didn't do anything. You passed me a beer, which is awesome. Passing anyone a beer should be, you got to be grateful for that, for sure. Nice cold pint. But why are you getting upset for someone not tipping you when you didn't do anything? When I worked at my last job, I didn't expect to be tipped. Like, if I was sitting at the register and I wasn't making someone's bowl, that never came across my mind. I was never like pissed about not having a tip option on our screen, I didn't care. It was nice. Like, people would be so happy about our service and would just give us cash. It's like, sweet. We appreciate that. Now I could go play a couple pool games when I go hit the bars later. That's awesome, honestly. I'm grateful for that. But I was never looking for that. Like, we had people just mock us. They're like, you guys are like the only ones in town that don't have a tip option. You guys must hate this place. You must, like, what was that for, dude? Don't make me think about it. I don't want to think about it. I don't care. So now you're just rage baiting me. Get out of my store. Shoo. It's goofy, man. What's actually horrible is when you have one of those guys. I don't understand where this comes from. Maybe I'm missing out on some history or culture or something. But those guys that sit in bathrooms and like give you mints and paper towels and stuff, why is that necessary? And why are you expected to tip them? Dude, they should be paying me. Like, if I have to go take a shit in a public bathroom, I want that place secluded. I want a nice, cozy stall with no cracks. I want it to be a relaxing experience when I'm relieving myself. Why is there a guy sitting 3 feet outside of the stall door with a newspaper, just listening to me? And and then he wants you to give him money after he's heard all those sounds. Gives you that look. Just like the lady with the beer. It's like, dude, I'm not paying you. Like, am I gonna get taken out back and shot if I don't pay these guys? I'll grab my own towels. I don't get it. Where did that come from? I hate that. That tipping culture, though, it's just ridiculous to me. There's just so many examples of things like that. That just don't make sense. They didn't really do anything for you. They don't deserve a tip. Especially the dude in the bathroom who's just inconveniencing you. I'm not giving you money. Curious to see what you guys have been tipped, if you ever had a job where you got tipped. I've heard of people getting tipped all kinds of crazy stuff. They'll just give people anything, you know? Just have like a joint in their cup holder. Like this happened to my buddy. He was working a valet job and this guy's like, oh, here, take a couple joints. Okay. Cool, I guess. I think money would have been better, but hey man, to each their own. You know what's been bugging me recently? I'm really just complaining this whole video. I'm now realizing I'm just yapping. I mean, that's what this is for. But I'm complaining while I'm yapping. I gotta stop complaining. It's hard not to, man. I think it makes it easier to cope with things when you yap or when you complain. Like I was whining about that dude who didn't say hi to me at the mall the whole day, just complaining. Shouldn't let that stuff live on your mind. It's hard though. It's very hard. But you know what? I'm just gonna keep complaining. Subscriptions. Absolutely hate them. Yeah, you want to go watch this certain basketball game? Oh, that's gonna be on that other streaming service. We're gonna start you off with $18.99 a month, and we're slowly gonna ramp up our prices, and we're gonna charge you $50 in the middle of the year just cause service fee. Oh, there's this movie you really wanted to watch? You're gonna have to go to Hulu for that. We could get you on a package deal with Hulu and Disney Plus for $25 a month. What a steal. Ridiculous, man. What happened? Are all these services, these streaming services owned by the same company, and is this just some evil monopoly? Is this common knowledge? Am I missing something here? What is going on? I refuse to watch TV because of that. It's so frustrating. I downloaded Rocket Money. No, this is not a paid promotion. Downloaded Rocket Money recently. Saw how many subscriptions I had. It lets you see all your current subscriptions. I had 6 I didn't know about. I was paying for NBA League Pass or something. I don't know how that happened. I don't ever remember signing up for that. But that was charging me $100 a year, which isn't that bad, but you get all these things added up and it comes out to a good chunk of money. Canceled all those. Raged for a little bit. My friend downloaded Rocket Money, and he saw that he was paying Wall Street Journal $10 a month for the past 3 years. And he had no idea. It's evil, man. It's evil. All these games adding that stuff too. Video games. If you get a $5 a month subscription on top of what you're already paying to buy these other skins, you can also get this shiny gold skin. You can look different. You can look cooler. You get more credits in your account. Soon I'm gonna have to subscribe to breathing, man. At this rate. Good Lord. I hope that goes away. I wonder when that started. Was that I know Netflix had subscriptions for their DVDs that they would send you in 2010, maybe probably even earlier. That's the first subscription I ever heard of when I was a kid. Now it's everywhere. It's such a scam, man. Can I not watch the Nuggets play basketball in my own state? I live 20 minutes away from Denver. Come on, man, just let me watch the Nuggets. That's why I'm actually, with all this being said, I'm super excited for March Madness, guys. I love college basketball. Not enough. I'm not a super fan. But you can watch it for free on ESPN. I think, unless that changed, I wouldn't even be surprised. And it's just a great time. The athleticism, the competitiveness. It's much better than the NBA, in my opinion. It really matters. The stakes are higher. If you go to a school that's in the tourney, it's even more hype. You get your brackets going. Oh man, that's so much fun. You get your brackets all written out or on the app. Get a group of buddies. Everyone puts in $10. It's so fun, man. And there's always something crazy going on. You'll see a crazy upset. Anything goes. There's Cinderella stories. There's people making full court shots to win games in the last couple seconds. Like, wasn't there I think it was 8 or 10 years ago, I think it was Villanova and UNC. It was so close. And there were just crazy shots at the end. Like, it's just insane. And everyone's so hype. You got money on the line. You got your school on the line. Everything's on the line, man. I just don't feel that way about football. Whoa. Easy now. I might piss you guys off. I'm not the biggest football guy. I'm not gonna lie. Let me tell you why. You have a lot more players on the field. You can't really get that same attachment to I don't know, that's not true. I feel like you can't get the same attachment to a team like you can in the NBA, because you have 5 starters in the NBA that will just do great things, and you understand their play styles. You understand just all this stuff about them, but there's so many players that are overlooked in the NFL. Like, I don't know any O-lineman names. There's just too much going on at once. But at the same time, nothing's going on. You got all these people on the field, and it's slow. First down, get to the next, you gotta get to the next line. I don't know football that well, but it's just slow, man. Unless you have great like generational players, like Tom Brady was fun to watch. There's all kinds of good players that are fun to watch, but you just feel like you don't have anything crazy happen. Except for, I take that back, Travis Hunter at CU, so fun to watch. That was awesome. That was a pleasure to experience that. But I mean, like, watching Jokic play, for example, watching him the past 5 years, 5-6 years, I've been watching the Nuggets. It's just crazy. Him, Murray, Brucey, B, Gordon. They're just characters too, man. Like, who hates on Jokic? Nobody, man. He's awesome. He just takes, he's making all this money, and he's just treating it like it's a 9-to-5. He just wants to get back to his horses. That's awesome. You have these crazy shots that people are hitting in basketball, crazy plays. There's so much room for a unique play style, That's why I like basketball more. I think it's better, but now I'm thinking about how this stuff might be scripted too. That is something. Do you guys think it's scripted, NBA and NFL? There's just some stuff that doesn't make sense. And when you have all these sports books too that are there and need certain things to happen to profit, that seems fishy to me. Because how can all these companies aren't going to gamble. They need to make margins. They need to make profits. So maybe there's a little bit going on. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just dumb. But, end of the day, it is entertainment. There's a lot of money that goes into it. Would they leave it up to chance? I don't know, man. I don't think so. Not saying these players don't have skills or they're not crazy athletic. Part of me just thinks that they're told to do certain things, you know, or let something happen. Let me know what you guys think. All right. Well, I think that wraps it up for today. Hopefully, in the next video, we're gonna have some sun. Get a short sleeve out. Even though it's 65, it feels like it's 50. It's windy too. See you guys next time. Peace.